All right, happy day. I wanted to come to you with a market update after being able to analyze last month's numbers. And really what I want to focus in on is one big thing to talk about, which is supply. So in general, while inventory has increased threefold since February, if you took the number 1 and you times it by 3, you would only have the number 3, right? So it's not that exciting how much inventory we have, except for our buyers who've been shopping. It's a drastic increase in their options. And for our sellers that are selling, their prices aren't necessarily being beat up. They're not having to make big major changes to their property. So it's kind of a happy medium for everybody involved. But supply is what's causing this market stimulation that we have, and frankly, will likely have until prices get to the point where people just don't want to pay them anymore. So when the market bubbled and burst, housing building took a major hit. So let's time travel back to 1999. In 1999, we saw about 30,000 homes a year being built, which for the greater Phoenix metro was the appropriate pace to manage population growth. And then as we got into the bubble, we could see that housing inventory increased drastically, going from, I'd have to look back at the numbers, but let's say it's 30,000 a year to 50,000 a year. So there's a lot of building rapidly, but it's not like our population growth had changed in that time like that. So it was too much. Then the bubble burst and everybody was going bankrupt and nobody had money and nobody was building. And so for a chunk of time, we were only seeing about 5,000 to 10,000 houses a year being built. So a 20,000 home plus shortage per year. So then take that over many, many, many years. And even today, we are still not building at the same rate that we were building in 1999. We're about half, about 18,000 homes a year were 2020 numbers. So let's take that 10 to 20,000 home a year deficit, multiply it by a conservative 10 years. That's how many houses we're missing. That's not going to get fixed overnight. So problem A. Problem B is that our population growth has also increased. So the census numbers were just finalized, and what we learned is that Phoenix moved from the number 6 greatest metro to the number 5 biggest metro. While the country in general is growing at about 7%, Arizona, specifically the greater Phoenix metro, and more specifically Maricopa County, grew by 15%, over double the nation's average here. So we have a major deficit of houses, an increase in population growth, which will perpetuate the problem that we're in. Problem being a loose term. There's plenty of issues with it, but there's also plenty of goodness that comes with it. But what it means is just a realistic understanding of what's going on. When you hear your barber or your friend or somebody's mom at the playground talking about how the market's about to collapse or fall out and these prices aren't appropriate or whatever the case is, it's appropriate given our supply and demand issue. And it's important for people to know that unless there's something that changes drastically, there will likely be a pattern that continues because we have, let's call it 100,000 homes, probably very conservatively, that are missing out of the state of Arizona. So fun facts for today. Just want to help keep people educated and understanding on what the market really means when we say seller's market, what we really mean when we say inventory is low, and what we really mean when we say it's unlikely that we're in a bubble right now. Hope this information was helpful. Of course, if there's any questions, please let me know. But in the meantime, have a great day. Bye-bye.